On the Zone pay-per-view, December 23rd. Day of reckoning. The sun is rising as the biggest names in boxing, Joshua versus Wilder,
right hand.
and Wilder versus Parker, headline a history-making boxing card.
Down he goes.
Witness the furnace of fight night. Reckoning is in the ring. Live on the Zone pay-per-view, December 23rd. Buy now at DAZN.com.
Mate, you're right though. All right, should we have a little guessing game? Guessing game. How much do you think Jarrell Miller weighs right now? I'm going to ask him. I think so as well. Good shout. I was going to say above 300.
Yeah, 305.
305. It's very big.
But if I'm honest,
he carries the weight well, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's solid. I mean, it's kind of crazy when I say this, but because he's such a tall guy, he's a lump, but he's got this a little bit of a low center of gravity. I don't know if it's because he's got short legs, I'm not too sure, but he just seems so solid and compact.
It'd be like a linebacker in the NFL.
Oh, without a doubt.
A linebacker. Obviously, look, he's had his issues outside the ring. Let's not pretend we don't know about those. He served his time, he's back. And this, all of a sudden, is an intriguing fight. Like, for 5 or 6 rounds, I have absolutely no idea how this fight plays out.
Yeah, look, he's had his troubles outside of the ring, and I tell you what, he's had his troubles in the ring since he's come back. He's not looked good, if I'm honest. He's looked sluggish, he's looked tired down the stretch. You should not be having a war with Bracamonte.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be. But look, let's give him a bit of time. He's still a nightmare. I do believe, and look, let's take the substances was in his body out of the equation here. A 2018 Jarrell Miller is all sorts of problems for Daniel Dubois because he's in your face, he's busy, he's active, he makes you quit almost.
But as you said, that's a 2018 Jarrell Miller.
Exactly.
This is back in 2023, that's 5 years ago. But I guess with Daniel Dubois, there are question marks.
Yeah.
You know, the Usyk, was it a quit, wasn't it a quit? The Joe Joyce question mark as well. I'm not quite sure. Derek Chisora, that's a fight I would not mind seeing.
Imagine the build-up.
Chisora Miller. I don't think there's enough security.
Yeah.
But for how many rounds? What's in the gas tank? Is it 5 rounds? Is it 3 rounds?
That is the big question. He's got to keep that speed throughout the fight. And one thing that made him successful, again, bar the obvious, was his work rate. He was busy. He was relentless. Can he find that?
Didn't he break the record for output for a heavyweight?
I wouldn't have surprised me.
It was something ridiculous, yeah.
He's just in your face. He's busy.
Do you think we'll see an AJ Jarrell Miller fight?
Wow, according to AJ yesterday.
Sell in the world.
According to AJ yesterday, no chance.
Really?
Absolutely, he said no chance. Straight away, shot it down.
Well, I mean, look, depends. I guess if Miller looks really good against Daniel Dubois, he's going to want a big fight. If they don't get the AJ Wilder fight over, look, I'm going too far in the future here, but just hear me out a bit. If they don't get the AJ Wilder fight signed off, then I mean, AJ Miller. The
money talks, Ali, we know that, and the build-up, the fun. We already see it too, you know, right up till fight week in New York, and it was very entertaining. No doubt the styles would gel between those two. It's just, what kind of form can this man get back is the big question for me.
Yeah. Is he finished? No, he's still going to do a bit more. Okay, he's going to show us what he's got in his hands. What kind of dynamite has he got in his hands? Let's have a look.
I'll be honest, and I won't be saying this to him, but he's not your concussive one-punch knockout artist, is Miller. He demands respect with his power, but it's not, I mean, as I say, he lands an absolute disgusting
Oh,
Shot to the body.
I understand what you're saying, but that punch there, that knocks you out. That knocks you out.
Maybe I'm changing my mind a little bit. But you know what I mean, it's
I know.
relentless pressure.
Yeah. Who do you think hits harder, him or Dubois?
Dubois.
Dubois? 100%?
With the single shot, yes.
Yeah, okay, cool. I'll just make sure that I remind Gerard Miller of your
just keep your mouth shut.
No, I'll just tell him when it comes. Let's go as well. So, again, that open guard, look at all that target there. I like this, a proper workout. This is it. There's no playing around here. They've got the body bag on. They're going for it for real here.
Yeah, he's not going to Mike Tyson gym after this.
No, he's going home.
He's going home.
He's going home. Remember, we still have Deontay Wilder, Joseph Parker to come, and then obviously the main event, Anthony Joshua versus Otto Bollins. Still 4 more fighters we're going to see in the ring.
Cause I don't give a fuck what you say. Yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make. Yo, I got a lot of shit to say, so I'ma do this every day. I'll be writing things until I'm fucking buried in my grave. 6 feet deep under, but my body won't decay. Cause my messages are timeless, so they'll put them on display. Oh yeah, I rap with a certainty, I have a sense of urgency. A message for eternity, for everyone internally. I had some people burning me, but now they fucking learn to see I ain't the one to fuck with. Now they looking nervously, and I don't really care what you think of me respectfully. You can kick rocks if you think you're fucking better, see. I will outwork you, turn you to an enemy. Hurt you so bad that you're gonna need some therapy. I got the motherfucking recipe. I've been cooking up hits, I'ma leave a legacy. You'll be looking small when you're standing right next to me. I'm 5'10", bitch, but I'm 10 feet. Cause I don't give a fuck what you say. Yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make. Cause I don't give a fuck what you say. Yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make. Yeah, I'ma do it my way. Yeah, I'ma do it my way. I can't contain it, I'm coming out with a statement. You really changed, man, all your music and arrangement. You don't know shit, shut your mouth, you can save it. I'm the same dude that got his come up from the basement. 100 songs, 100 weeks, didn't change it. Experiments, development, intelligence, and patience. I'll do it all again, cause I never feel complacent. Let's keep the good vibes, positivity's contagious. I'm never looking back, cause I made a life that's passionate. A college graduate suppressing all his talents, yeah. He found a way to go and change, become an advocate. For taking control of your life, go out and battle. And you think you have a dream, then act on it. Get after it, get out your head and fucking capture it. You got one life to master it. Don't give up on your future, we all start losers. We're all late bloomers, gotta struggle through the sewer. What you say, yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make. Cause
To another level. Well, I hope it does anyway.
You know what I wish we could do? If we have time at the end, I want them to put all the heavyweights on the screen, rank them. That'd be interesting. No pressure. Rank your heavyweights.
AJ Wilder 1-2. How's it go for you?
AJ 1, Wilder 2.
Parker 3. Or are you going to go Sanchez? Proven. Parker's proven. Former world champion.
Yeah. Parker. It's not easy to grow. Everyone needs to come round together, around the table. And it is good to see Frank here. Again, I joked about him holding the DZWONEK mic, but these are things we never really predicted a couple of years ago. It's good to see it happen.
Look, if we're talking about 2 promoters that are involved in this, being Eddie Hearn and Frank Warren, you've got to remember, business aside, they're both massive boxing fans.
Yeah.
So common sense has prevailed, and here we are. You know, for the sake of boxing, look what we have. It's brilliant.
By the way, I've just peeked over at Deontay Wilder. That jab is as sharp as it gets. Look at that.
And see that as well, the recoil.
Yeah.
Straight back to his
Straight
chin.
back. Wow. Wow. Here we go from one big promoter to another. This is so strange. Did Did you just pass Frank on the way down?
Yeah, he stuck the nut on me. I can't believe it.
How are you even here? Like, I mean, you got some sort of teleporting machine.
Mate, honestly, I don't know where I am. I mean, do you realise how far it is from the West Coast?
Wow.
And the time zone. I mean, I think it's, what is it now? We're Wednesday.
Yeah.
I think it's still Monday in Phoenix. I'm not even sure, but listen, I'm buzzing. I can't wait. I mean, unbelievable scenes here, unbelievable card. I don't want to tempt fate, but everything I'm hearing out of the Anthony Joshua camp is get ready for Saturday night and a real fight, a tough fight, proper fight.
It's a big one, isn't it?
Great night.
It's a big one. Like, obviously, look, we all want to see the AJ Wilder one. We're hearing rumours of that one potentially in the new year, but they both got really big fights in front of them.
Yeah, I mean, both got different kind of styles in front of them, both got different challenges, but both got two people who really believe they can and will win.
Yeah.
Like Otto Warlin's scaring me a little bit. I mean, he's speaking like he's quite a sensible guy, he's an intelligent guy. He truly believes he will win this fight. And Parker's been around the block, you know, and I just, look, we know what we're trying to do. We know what we're trying to get over the line. We know what Saudi want to bring next year, but it only happens if both guys win on Saturday night.
How's AJ been behind closed doors? Look, we see him yesterday, very angry, very short. There's
He basically said 2 words to him, that's what it is.
I know. Do you know, look, I was expecting that with Dev, and then when he passed over to you, I was like, I'm really loving what I'm hearing. I always like what I hear out of Ben Davidson's mouth. I think he really is one of the best trainers around in terms of his analysis, in terms of his tactics. And you've got to look at his track record over the last couple of years. He's done extremely well.
Yeah.
The key with Anthony Joshua is and Deontay Wilder's in the ring behind us. I've never seen Deontay Wilder fight live. I can't wait to see him fight live.
Wow.
On Saturday.
That's incredible, isn't it?
You know what? He done half talk some rubbish though, Deontay Wilder. I mean, I heard him say a quote earlier going, oh, AJ's a manufactured champion. I'm a true champion. This guy has never beaten an elite heavyweight, right? He is
Luis Ortiz?
No, come on, Addy.
First fight with Luis Ortiz?
Also about 47, right? By the way, he lost every round in the second fight and knocked him out in the 8th round and was wobbled in one of those fights. He won the title from Bremain Stavern, right? He defended it against Bremain Stavern. He defended it against Dominic Brazil. Like, he lost 3 times to Tyson Fury. He is capable of losing to any heavyweight in the top 10. He's also capable of beating every heavyweight in the top 10. This is a dangerous, dangerous man, right? Yeah. But I know this sounds like people, I don't rate him. Like, honestly, if Joseph Parker could not be static on Saturday night and actually, you know, use his feints, use his feet, he will cause him a lot of trouble. Yeah. Don't get me wrong, Deontay Wilder can end the fight against Joseph Parker at any moment. Yeah. But if Parker gets in this fight, he's got a chance.
Right, say all goes well, they both win, Wilder and AJ, and they fight. Do you think your nerves would be at their peak? I
mean, it is just, like, you can't not be worried about that matchup, right? And when Wilder says, oh, Eddie Hearn, he's scared, Joshua's scared, no, we just know someone's going to sleep, right? I've always believed that AJ beats Deontay Wilder. But let's be honest, Wilder can knock AJ out. He can knock anyone out. But that's the excitement and the reason, in my opinion, it is the best fight in boxing and the most exciting fight in boxing. If AJ goes in here on Saturday and flattens Otto Wallin and Deontay Wilder flattens Joseph Parker, that fight is absolutely massive. And make no mistake, someone is going to sleep. You have to watch that fight through your fingers.
Fingers crossed, we get it.
You need,
fingers crossed.
It's too big not to happen for me.
Yeah, and I believe it will. But when it does, just remember one thing: if you buy a ticket for that fight, you only need the edge of your seat.
Hey, look at him.
Love that one, Addy.
That's that long trip. That's that long trip, isn't it?
I'm delirious.
That's good. You
do have to be going. What on earth was that like?
You do have 2 other charges on the card as well. Dimitri Bivol, Opetaia. You must be excited to see those 2.
Yeah, I mean, for me, you've got Dimitri Bivol. You know, you've got pound for pound fighters. You've got Dimitri Bivol, who is in the pound for pound list, and rightfully so. You know, comfortable victory over Canelo Alvarez. And then you've got Opetaia, who I believe will be a future pound for pound fighter. Dimitri Bivol has been out of the ring for over a year. I really like Lyndon Martha. I think he's overmatched in this fight. You know, and the only chance is that Dimitri Bivol is a little bit rusty. He can't get into his rhythm. But I see him winning this fight by stoppage inside 6 rounds. And he's not the most aggressive fighter, but I just think he's going to be sharp. And when he lands, I think you're going to see the levels in that fight, as you will in the Opetaia Zorro fight. I've not seen a lot of Ellis Zorro. He'll be keen as mustard. You're talking about a guy with tremendous footwork and great power and just that spite. You know, Opetaia just looks like he wants to have a fight with everybody. But I walked into his change room earlier. You know, I mean, we've just delivered him a 2-fight deal that's basically changed his entire life. He looked like he wanted to kill me, to be honest with you. He's just got that face, doesn't he? I just want to fight and give whip, like, you know. And I think he's gonna win that fight by stoppage inside 6 rounds.
Any interest in Dubois Miller for you?
Love that fight.
You love it, yeah?
I love that fight. That's probably the fight I'm looking forward to the most, outside of course, AJ and our boys. But I mean,
he's not looked great since he's come back, Miller. That's what I'll say.
Well, he's never looked great. Like, I think the thing is with Jarrell Miller, no one knows if he's any good, right?
Yeah.
He talked about beating elite heavyweights. Yeah. Like, he just struggled with Lucas Brown, right? Jarrell Miller has got a really good chin. He's also got a really good engine. Well, he used to anyway. We'll see if that still exists. That's another story. But the fact is if his engine's there and if he's got a good chin, if he gets through 3 or 4 rounds with Dubois, I think he's going to win the fight. Right. But Dubois hits very hard. Talk about Deontay Wilder. I mean, Dubois don't punch with the same sharpness, but he can really whack.
Yeah, he's the bigger one-punch shot picker, if you like, out of the two for me, but it's the volume. Can he still fight at that intensity?
And also, Miller leans all over you.
Yeah.
He makes you work on the inside. He'll clinch you hard in the hold. He'll pull your head down. He'll drain you of your energy. And that's been the problem with Dubois in these big matchups. And I see Dubois folding in this fight if he doesn't get him out of there inside 5 or 6 rounds.
Guess Jarrell Miller's weight in pounds. We asked him. Guess it.
I gave him a little cuddle earlier.
Go on, what do you
He's a big
think?
old lump. I'm going to go for... What's 20 stone? So 18 stone is 252. So you're talking about 280 pounds is 20 stone, yeah? Is that right? Yeah. I reckon he is 340 pounds.
It's quite close.
What is it?
325.
Is it?
That's
I never
quite a good
know.
way you
Listen,
worked
I've seen
out.
him eating in the hotel. He might be 340 on the scales come Friday.
Honestly, it could be. It could be. Eddie, appreciate it, my man. Go and rest, Eddie. Go and rest.
Nah, leave it out. Where are we going?
He was quite sharp in his thoughts on Deontay Wilder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, but there's always that but. And everyone says that. I mean, there's probably a few out there that don't rate the boxing IQ, if you like, or ability of Deontay Wilder, but they will always say, but he has that punch that end the show at any moment.
By the way, Deontay Wilder, this is the longest workout I've ever seen.
Looks sharp, looks nimble.
No, it looks very sharp.
Explosive.
It looks very, very sharp. The jab, the movement. And I think, look, although he hasn't fought for a long time, I think him and Malik Scott have been doing a lot of work together. I think Malik Scott's one of those up-and-coming trainers that everyone's talking about. He looks a bit bigger, but I always say he's only a heavyweight in height. Now you look at his frame compared to the other heavyweights, it's a very small frame.
Yeah, do you know what? When we were stood with him yesterday, he was wearing layers,
yeah.
So he looked really thick. There you can see he looks lean.
Very, very lean.
But that's one of the reasons he generates a lot of speed. And speed obviously generates the power.
That's what it is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And look, there's that big question, what makes a puncher a puncher? You know, you can look at the science of bone density, etc. But for me, it's one of the reasons is really committing to the shot. And you see that with Deontay Wilder. Every time he throws a shot, there is pure commitment. He really rotates the hips and gives it everything. And I think that, along with the speed, makes him such a dramatic puncher.
Yeah, I'm going to echo what Eddie Hearn said about having never seen him live. I've never seen him live as well. It's going to be a treat to see Deontay Wilder live for the first time. I mean, the power he generates in that right hand, and by the way, it isn't just the right. I mean, he can generate power on that left as well, but when he puts full force into that right hand, I always go back to that third fight with Tyson Fury. I think it's the first knockdown where Tyson Fury's body wobbles. How Fury got up from that? Because he put everything into that right hand.
It is sickening shots. Yeah, the powers of recovery there were incredible. But yeah, he uses the lead hand very wisely. He uses it as a rangefinder. What was the fight where he sort of, when he ran, Dominic Brazil.
Dominic Brazil.
And he just walks across, but he puts the lead hand out to find the distance, and he just detonates that right hand with just ridiculous speed and power.
Does there need to be a question about his age? He's 38. I know he doesn't look 38, but he's 38, and you know, when you add those Fury fights in, he's been in wars. 38 is 38. Father time.
The worry for me is the punch resistance. We see Fury hurt him. Fury, a massive heavyweight, but you wouldn't say the biggest punch in heavyweight. A lot bigger than Wilder, yes. Heavier than Wilder, yes. But the resistance is the first thing you lose. First thing that goes. Yeah. The last thing you lose, though, is the power.
And I think we can see from this little cameo we've got from him, the punch power is still there, ladies and gentlemen.
Let's hear it for the former heavyweight world champion, the Bronze Bomber, Deontay Wilder.
Mr. Anthony Joshua in the ring. Former unified heavyweight champion wants those belts back. Obviously, look, it starts against Otto Bollin on Saturday. It could begin or continue with Deontay Wilder in March. By the way, he looks big.
Yeah, you took the words out of my mouth there. He looks huge. Absolutely ginormous.
Okay, so here we have some local kids. And this is what it's about, isn't it? I mean, this is what the idea of bringing boxing to Saudi Arabia is, to almost, you know, gather the interest of the local kids. And these are some local kids from a local boxing club, and they're gonna be, I've even never had this dream. They're gonna be in the ring and doing a bit of lesson with AJ.
I mean, look, it shows you how serious they are about developing boxing here, not just putting on mammoth shows, but developing young talent that potentially one day in the future you could see a Saudi on one of these cards.
That being said,